Hi everyone, this is Stephanie Hawthorne, and I wanted to touch base with you. I am on the grievance council for my local board here, and one of the things that we're seeing happen often that's not being talked about that I think would be good for both the consumer and for all agents to understand is the difference between compensation and when an agency needs to be signed. Now everyone does it so different, but if you are aware what happened with NAR last year, everyone has to disclose how they're being compensated if they're a licensed agent. What's also happening often is they're also presenting buyer agency agreements saying, hey, if you want to see this property, either it's an open house or a listing that I have, then you do need to sign a buyer agency agreement, even if it's just for this home. We're seeing a lot of pushback from the consumer not understanding why or the entirety of a buyer agency. And agents, what might be good for you is to consider, hey, while it's not, I guess what's not really clear to the public is it's not mandatory, a buyer agency, and it's, but some offices might require it, some teams might require it, or you might just require it, right? You have the right to do that. So if that's the case, I think the disconnect from the consumer, anyone who wants to see a property, and the agent is, hey, this is what our office policy is, or this is my policy, and this is the road we have to go down if you want me to show you this property. Totally respect anyone's decision to do that. Your time is valuable, right? Consumer, buyers, if you go to an open house or there's a property you want to look at and you're seeing, agents are saying, hey, we have to disclose compensation. But also, if you want to view this property, then I want you to sign this agency. Try to dig a little bit deeper as to why, so you understand what you're signing a little bit more. Again, it may just be something they may have for their own office policy or for themselves. And again, agents, some people look at it different. For me, I want to earn your business. I may not want a buyer agency signed right away. I'm also interviewing the person who's interviewing me if we're a good fit. So we might meet a couple times before we sit down and get that agency signed. But sometimes people want to get it done right away because everyone's time is valuable. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions for me, let me know.